Okay, so picture this. It's dawn, Mauritius. You've got this amazing beach scene, tropical scents, birds.
Yes, sounds idyllic.
And then there's this glass bottle, right? Just washing ashore like it knows where it's going.
Hmm.
And inside, there's this message from a billionaire, apparently, for his students, his 5 a.m. club people.
Right, and that scene, it's not just window dressing, is it? It's setting up something important.
Seems like it.
This message in the bottle, it's a core idea, a framework he calls foundational, from this mentor figure, the spellbinder. It's meant to be like the basis for achieving really big things.
Okay, so what is this framework? We're told it's about shifting.
Yeah.
Shifting our focus.
Yeah, shifting from being, superficial
Right.
to being really granular, getting to the weeds, the details, and how we think and what we do.
So digging deep instead of just skimming the surface.
Exactly. And the billionaire mentor, he insists this seemingly simple shift has, well, profound consequences if you're aiming high.
He has this quote, doesn't he? Something about transformation.
He does. The beginning of transformation is the increase of perception.
Perception. Okay.
As you see more, you can materialize more. And once you know better, you can achieve bigger.
So it all starts with seeing more, with awareness.
That's the idea. Top performers, they haven't just stumbled into success. They've actively re-engineered how they see things. Their perception is different.
And that leads to different choices day to day.
Precisely. Better awareness informs better choices, and those choices, consistently made, lead to those, exceptional results.
So it's not enough to just dream big. You need the groundwork, the daily grind, almost.
Well, yes, but it's how you approach that grind. And the key trait he highlights is rigor.
Rigor. Okay, what does that actually look like? Is it just working hard?
It's more than that. Think of it as the opposite of superficiality. It's deep thoroughness in your preparation, how you think things through, how you actually do the work. It's not just having the vision. It's the commitment to executing it with depth.
So this contrast then, granularity versus superficiality, that's really the heart of it.
I think so, yeah. It's the core distinction.
How would you see that play out, like in the real world?
Okay, imagine two craftspeople, say, making furniture.
Right.
One might knock out a chair pretty quickly, focuses on, getting it done. The other, using this mentality of granularity, they're different. They're choosing the wood carefully, measuring meticulously, sanding every single edge just right.
They see the chair as, what, a reflection of themselves?
Exactly. It's an extension of their own standards. It's not just about getting applause, though that might come. It's deeper. It's about self-respect, that inner drive to just do it right.
The billionaire says they really, really, really care.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well.
He uses Bernini's fountain, the one in Rome, as an example. The sheer level of detail.
That's a great example of thoughtful labor. Bernini wasn't just phoning it in.
No kidding.
There's this intense focus, right? Deliberate consideration of every curve, every figure. And yeah, that level of detail, it can seem daunting today.
Which I guess leads to his point about less is more.
Right on. He argues it's smarter, more impactful to create one true masterwork than, 1,000 okay-ish things.
Like focusing your energy.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. He talks about being inspired by great art, the dedication involved.
And this focus, this dedication, it stems from heightened awareness.
That's the term he uses, yeah. A heightened awareness of the opportunities for daily greatness.
So noticing the small chances to do things well.
Mm-hmm. When you're truly present and engaged, you start seeing possibilities for excellence everywhere, even in mundane tasks. And that awareness, it just naturally pushes you toward better choices.
Which loops back to his 3-step success formula. Can you recap that?
Sure. It's simple, almost deceptively so. Step 1, better daily awareness.
Do I?
Leads to step 2,
Yeah.
better daily choices,
Right.
which leads to step 3, better daily results.
Awareness, choices, results.
That's the engine. And it's powered by that shift we talked about, from just skimming the surface to really digging into the details, the granularity.
It's powerful because it feels achievable,
Oh.
not some massive overnight change.
Absolutely. It highlights that big achievements are usually built brick by brick through consistent, slightly better decisions.
He contrasts this with something he calls the collective deprofessionalization of business.
Yeah, he observes this trend where, people at work are often distracted, disengaged, not really present.
Checking phones, emails, half listening in meetings. We've all seen it.
Right. And this leads to mistakes, sloppiness, a general decline in real craftsmanship and care. Think about customer service sometimes.
Oh, definitely. It feels rare to get truly exceptional service these days.
Exactly. And he uses this tiny specific example to illustrate the opposite, this deep craft rigor,
The lemons.
the deseeding of lemon wedges, at some hotel in Lucerne, Switzerland.
It sounds almost obsessive, but I get the point.
It's a metaphor, right? Such a tiny detail, but it signals a whole mindset, a commitment to excellence, even when no one might notice. It's that shift from superficiality to granularity made visible.
In doing that, embracing that rigor gives you an edge.
A massive one, according to the billionaire. He calls it a gargantuan competitive advantage, or GCA.
GCA. Love it.
His argument is basically, in a world trending towards distraction and superficiality, the few who actually cultivate depth, rigor, presence, they stand out enormously.
Yes, it's rare.
It's becoming rarer. People who are truly present, polite, knowledgeable, hardworking, imaginative, inventive, and just plain great at what they do. That combination is scarce.
So if you cultivate those qualities, you naturally gain an advantage.
A gargantuan one. It's about consistency, too. Those small daily improvements.
We keep coming back to that. It's not about sudden revolution.
No, it's evolution, driven by tiny incremental steps compounded over time, like interest building in a bank account. Small deposits, consistently made, lead to staggering results down the line.
But he also mentions a downside, the dark side of genius.
Right. He acknowledges that the very qualities driving this kind of achievement, that intense focus, the perfectionism, the relentless dedication,
Yeah.
they can cause problems elsewhere. Imbalance in life. These high achievers might be seen as, kooks, misfits, weirdos.
Because their priorities are so different.
Perhaps. Their single-mindedness might make relationships or social stuff more challenging. The potential trade-off.
Something to be aware of. But the central message remains that formula.
Absolutely. Better daily awareness leads to better daily choices, leads to better daily results. That's the path to leadership, accomplishment, impact.
And the key to making it work is calibration.
Calibration, yeah. Love that term. He uses the Moncler CEO wanting the perfect spaghetti pomodoro as an example.
Even for spaghetti.
Even for spaghetti. It illustrates the point perfectly. Mastery, even in something seemingly simple, requires incredible attention to detail. Constant tuning, refining the smallest element.
Dialing things in.
Exactly. Dialing in the finest attitudes and refining the littlest details. Like a musician tuning their instrument constantly. It's never done.
Okay, so wrapping up this deep dive then. The core takeaway from the billionaire's framework seems to be this conscious move.
From superficiality to granularity.
In how you think, how you act, how you approach everything, really.
That's the essence. It's not about some secret trick. It's about cultivating awareness and applying rigor intentionally.
And for you, the listener, the value is in understanding that by boosting your awareness, focusing on doing things with care and depth.
You naturally start making better choices, day in, day out.
And those better choices, they add up. They lead to much bigger results over time.
And it gives you that GCA, that competitive edge, especially now when, let's face it, depth feels increasingly rare.
So maybe the final thought for everyone listening is to look at your own day, those small things, the seemingly insignificant details at work or home.
Where could you apply just a bit more awareness, a bit more rigor?
Where might that unlock something unexpected, moving you that little bit closer to mastery?
Yeah. Where are your opportunities for daily greatness? Worth thinking about.